Hello, Libra. Welcome to Love Yourself Tarot. My name is Maria, and welcome to your 2026 yearly reading. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And if you feel so inclined, please subscribe to the channel. I will be making more tarot videos. And you can also follow me at Love Yourself Tarot on Instagram and TikTok for more short form videos. I may also put them on the YouTube shorts of this channel. And yeah, let's go ahead and get right into your reading. So this is how it's going to work, Libra. I am going to do a 9-card spread for your year. And the first row is going to be the first 4 months of the year for you. The middle row will be the middle 4 months, and then the last row will be the final 4 months of 2026. I'm also going to pull one card that is your overall energy for the year, kind of the theme of the year. And then at the bottom of the deck will be a card of the thing that you don't really see coming, kind of a surprise energy throughout the year of 2026. Okay, Libra, settle in, just relax. Let's start taking a few deep breaths. I like to start my readings by lighting some Palo Santo. Just breathing, settling in. You know, there's a lot going on in the world right now, and you're taking a little time for self-care, and I think that's really incredible. So you're taking a moment to get messages from the universe, have me read for you. It's an honor. Okay, so settle in. Start taking in those deep breaths. Okay, broke the match, but let's see if we can salvage it. Come on, baby. Cue the motorcycle. All the things, you know, but that's life, baby. Okay, I like to shoot real. This is like a hangout. So as I'm, collecting messages and tapping in, I want it to be a casual, comfortable environment. That's how I like to read. Okay, here we go. There we go. Okay, so let's light the Palo Santo. We're lighting it. As you're taking those deep breaths, I want you to breathe in love and light, Libra. And when you exhale, you can let go of something that is no longer serving you. So we can really tap into your energy here. Okay. There we go. Taking that deep breath. And just let it all go. That's it. Okay, just relax and settle in. Okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's tap in here. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, archangels. Let's tap into the overall energy in the beginning of the year. Wow, they flew right out. For Libra. I'm laughing. You'll see why in a minute. Okay, so the rest of the beginning of the year here for Libra for 2026. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we got 2 more cards here. We got the first row. Okay, now let's pull for the middle of the year of 2026 for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What can they expect? What are the messages? We're tapping into dimensions forward and backwards and through all of time. Anyone here, Spirit, that has a message for Libras? Thank you, to guide them throughout the year to see what's coming. Wow, in 2026. Okay. Can I get one more for the middle of the year here for Libra? Okay. Okay, wow. Okay, so we have the middle of the year and then 3 in a row popped out all together for the end of the year. So it could be a very concise end of the year, like a very formatted end of the year. Okay. They flew out all together, which is really interesting. Okay. So let me just take a moment here to see what we're working with. All right. Wow, Libra. This is giving, I'm just looking at everything that's laid out here all together. The cards in conjunction with one another, and what's coming up here is like a starting over energy, Libra, for 2026, that you're kind of not completely scrapping what's happened to you in the recent past, but you're just ready to let it go and kind of start anew. You're ready to start anew. And the reason I giggled, Libra, is because we have the Justice card. This is your sign. The scales, Libra, rebalancing. And it's in the upright. And this is major arcana energy. And I feel like you're just kind of ready to start over, even keeled, you know, a nice blank slate. That's what this is giving me. And that you're maybe even seeking a little peace this year. Perhaps there's been a little turbulence, you know, just like on your journey, right? And you're just looking for a little bit of that balance, calmness, stillness. I'm getting like I'm ready to just kind of live my life and not have to deal with all the chaos that's going on in the world. You're looking for kind of like an inner peaceful sanctuary this year, Libra. So I think maybe recently things have been tumultuous or just a little dramatic, a little too much for you. And you're like, enough is enough. Okay. So now let's get into the beginning of the year. That's your overall energy. Justice. Also, the justice being served is that you've kind of paid your dues, that you've gone through whatever this cycle is. And now that you've paid your dues, you're maturing, you're getting to the next level. And you're like, I'm ready to be done with this, not immature, but just like time period where it's a lot of unnecessary drama that you're just like not willing to participate in anymore. So Libra, you can let me know in the comments if that resonates as we're starting the new year. But here we go with the beginning of the year. We have the Fool in reverse, which is huge, huge energy. We have, this is the Nine of Swords. In the upright. We have the Nine of Swords in the upright. And then we have the Eight of Swords reversed, which is really interesting to have the 8 and the 9 of Swords here. But the 8 of Swords is reversed. So, you know, the 8 of Swords is kind of like self-confinement, like you're causing more pain to yourself than need be. It's in reverse. So I feel like, because you can even see here that it's conflict. And like I said, you're done with the conflict. You're over the conflict. You want that period of your life to be over with. No more conflict. And so it's in the reverse. So you're over it. But I think before you're over the conflict, there is this despair. I think there's probably despair about something not working out the way that you wanted it to in the recent past, Libra. And I see that because we have the Fool in reverse. So you are ready to start over. So for those that don't know, the whole tarot journey, through the major arcana, through the minor arcana, that is the Fool's journey. The whole thing is about the Fool entering through this portal and going through the tarot journey. And this is in reverse. So it's like a false start at the beginning of the year. You're like, I'm ready to start anew, but you kind of can't quite yet in 2026 start with this new energy until you address this energy, Libra. And it's this despair. It's this lamenting over something that did not work in your favor. And, you know, that's completely reasonable, right? I actually would, this might be for some Libras. I'm going to clarify. If it doesn't resonate with you, it's for another Libra. But if it does, it's for you. I want to clarify what this despair is with this Nine of Swords is, what you have to sort of handle. What business do you have to handle at the beginning of the year? Because once this is addressed, I'm seeing in the rest of the reading, there's going to be some new energy coming in. But let's see what you have to address first. What is this Nine of Swords for Libra? What needs to be addressed in the beginning of 2026 for them to move forward? What didn't work out? What needs to be taken care of? One more card here to clarify. Okay. All right. Interesting. So clarifying this card, the Nine of Swords, we're clarifying it with, we have the Sun in reverse. Now, whether or not, you know, the Sun is reversed, anytime the Sun shows up, the Sun is one of the happiest cards in the tarot deck. All right, then we have the Knight of Wands. And that's like fire on fire here. You know, it's a lot of energy. And Knights are very passionate. And then the Hierophant here, which is, spiritual guidance. So I think you were passionate about something. It felt spiritually aligned with you. You thought it was going to be this big sunny moment, this big happy moment of like, oh, this is going to work out. And like when it didn't, it really kind of dimmed your flame. It put the fire out within you to pursue things. It's almost like you were trying to get something made, or invest in something, or get a business started, or invest in someone else, invest in a person, and they burnt you. Like it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And so you had to really dig deep within, look inside of your spiritual self to overcome that, because you were very, for lack of a better term, you were butthurt. You were, it hurt you. It affected you. It kind of embarrassed you even. And you're like, I'm not going to step back out there and put myself back out there with investing in another person or investing in a project because I got burnt. It didn't work in my favor. And in a grand way where maybe you invested something and you got nothing in return. And that happens. That happens in life, and that can be very painful, Libra. But I'm here to tell you that if you can address that head on and understand that, don't let that dim your flame. Don't let that put the fire out within you. That it's okay to be sad about something, but that doesn't have to be your be-all, end-all. So that needs to be addressed at the top of the year so you can move forward and put yourself back out there again. Okay. So now the middle of the year, we have the Two of Swords here. Two of Swords next to the High Priestess, which again isn't two. We have two twos here, which is interesting. And we have the Five of Wands, which is, 5 is a transformation card. 5s are transformation. And we're right in the middle. The suits in tarot go from Ace to 10. So 5 is right in the middle of Wands. So to reignite this passion again, we have the High Priestess. This is going to take some feminine spiritual energy. The Hierophant is kind of the masculine spiritual energy, but the High Priestess she is all about feminine approach. And, when I say feminine, I mean nurturing, tenderness, taking your time and really kind of licking those wounds and not being so harsh on yourself. It's almost like something didn't go wrong. You're like, oh, you dumbass. It's like you're calling yourself a dumbass. And it's like, easy now. Would you say that to someone else? Like, no, Libra, come on. So I think you're seeking this inner peace. And again, from the overall energy card of Justice, that's what this Two of Swords, you're looking for some inner peace with this. And you may have to go to someone who has a spiritual cleansing energy, like go get a Reiki session, or perhaps a calming feminine energy that's a therapist, or some sort of spiritual practice. Whether or not you attend some sort of congregation or like some group therapy or just something of that nature that's going to give you some nice feminine, a soft approach basically to healing, not a harsh approach. Because once, again, this is addressed and you're not too harsh on yourself, by the middle of the year, you're going to start picking up the pace here. Because 5 of Wands is like, all right, I've been burnt, but I'm starting to pick up steam now. So you're going to, in the middle of the year, once you've kind of done some spiritual healing, I think that in a very soft way, like being tender with yourself, then that this fire within you is going to happen naturally. It's going to come from a very honest place within you. And even your motivations may change as to why you want to do something, why you may have previously invested in this person or invested in this project, whatever it may be, Libra. You can leave a comment and let me know if you understand what's coming up in the energy. But once this is dealt with, what your motivations were then may change now when you go out and try. Dust yourself off and try again. I'm not a singer, but if you know, you know. Okay, so, dust yourself off, try again, get back out there. So that happens in the middle of the year. Okay, now the end of the year. Okay, This is really exciting to me. The end of the year is where things get cooking for you, Libra. My lovely Libras. Fellow air signs. I'm a Gemini. Um, we have the Seven of Wands, which is imagination station. Okay. This is my imagination card. This is where you get to reimagine and create your life from a very imaginative place of having wild dreams and being like, I'm just going to go for it and I'm not going to do it conventionally and I don't give a shit. I love this energy for you. Then we have the Prince. This is the Prince of Swords in reverse. So princes would be like knights in this deck. This you're ready to take action. So once you get this kind of this burst of creativity and, oh, wow, I can do it this way and this way and this way, and things start flowing again, through your crown chakra, you're going to want to take action. But this is actually in reverse. So it's saying, yes, get things brewing, but you're actually not going to really start until the end of 2026 because we have an ace here, Ace of Wands. So this is the new beginning right here. And it says potency. So Ace of Wands, this is about focusing on your passion, what really drives you. So this year, although you're going to maybe start again, it's towards the end of the year that you really physically get something going. But you're going to take this entire year to reestablish what your motivations are, do that spiritual healing. And I Libras are an air sign, and there's a lot of overthinking that can go on. But this is about, or you caring about, appearances, or how Libras care about, physical appearance and how they look. It's just like enough, with the planning and everything has to be just so. It's like you're going to go within and really examine why, maybe even things not working out before, not that it's your fault in any way, but maybe your motivations were off. Maybe your why wasn't there. I'm getting you're going to have a stronger why. So when you do start another thing by the end of the year, you're going to have the natural confidence, not a confidence from a material place. You're going to have the kind of confidence that's really going to see you through for some longevity here, which is what you're looking for. Now, the card at the bottom of the deck, the thing you don't see coming, kind of your surprise energy, is the Nine of Wands, and it's preparation. So again, I think this whole year of 2026 is preparing you for something bigger. So you're going to go bigger and bolder with that project or that person you invested in. You're going to approach with preparation and with wisdom from what you learn from the spiritual healing. And that's really going to guide you and create a lot of success that way, Libra. This is all very exciting. Let's go ahead and pull you an angel card now, a word or a theme for the rest of the year for 2026. So Libra, let's see what your angel card is. Ooh la la. I think you got two. Let me see here. Yes, you got two. Oh, this is fun. Okay, so you got your angel card is vision and patience. See what Libra. I'm just saying, I did just say that. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay. Vision and patience. So when you have this patience to allow yourself to grow naturally, take your time, grow spiritually, that's when the vision comes, not the other way around. Okay? You're going to have patience in order to gain this vision, and it's going to take all year, and that's going to be a great thing for you. So don't be like, oh, Maria, it's a good thing. And also on this vision angel card, I don't know if you can see this, but it says soul, sight, future. Soul, sight, future. So for me, soul, sight, future, that's like what's going to bring this vision is coming from the depths of your soul, this vulnerability, this emotion. And there's going to be this emotional maturity that happens to you this year, Libra, and it's going to really help you in your decision making. So I hope that was helpful, Libra. Feel free to check out the other signs of the yearly readings if you have other placements in your sun, moon, and rising. Again, you can follow me at Love Yourself Tarot on Instagram and TikTok for short form videos. Feel free to subscribe, like the video. If you enjoyed this reading, share it with another Libra. And I'll see you soon. All right, everyone. Love and light.